Life.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Dee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be talking about Evelyn Lozada and her daughter Shanice. Their podcast is getting a lot of attention because they had the rapper The Game on the show, who is Evelyn Lozada's daughter's baby daddy child. Now, if you're not familiar with The Game, he is a famous rapper. I'm familiar with some of his music and him being on the scene and with his rap and stuff. I don't know all of his music, but I am familiar with him. And he actually had a reality show on TV for quite some time. And he does have other children as well. So they are getting a lot of backlash because the almost seemingly excitement about the fact that, you know, this woman is a baby mother with a famous rapper, as opposed to looking at the fact that becoming a baby mama is not a good thing. But, you know, people are speaking out on this and giving their take on it. And I thought the interview was interesting, and I'm going to give my 2 cents on it as we go through it. But I want to play for you what this lady had to say about this. And I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about women being excited about becoming a baby mama just because it's a famous rapper? You know, it's just like all morality goes out the window. And just because somebody is famous, that it seems seemingly okay to do this, when in reality it is not. But, you know, they say single mothers create single mothers. You know, Evelyn Lozada was a single teen mother. She had her daughter at 17, and now her daughter is a single mother. So I want y'all to chime in. I want to get your thoughts on this one. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Chime in on this particular story and let me know your thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
I've been wanting to do a video on Miss Evelyn Lozada and her daughter Shanice for the longest. I'm going to reference the latest podcast interview between Shanice and her baby daddy, rapper Game. Okay, The Game and Shanice had a very interesting conversation on that podcast. And, you know, Shanice let it be known how heartbroken she was, and he didn't meet the expectations or promises. He pretended to be something that he was not. Yeah, honey, he's a narcissist. He's a psychopath, a womanizer. The red flags were glaring, Shanice. You knew this going in. Why would you, number one, with somebody that's friends with your mama? That's nasty, trifling, low moral. Why would you with a nigga that has a history of assaulting women? Hello, you do know about the lawsuit against him, right? He has zero respect for women. And you went ahead and with him anyway. Why? Because you're arrogant, you're narcissistic. Your mama raised you to be a narcissist. So knowing Evelyn pumped up her daughter's head, her ego, and said, you know, these black men be dogging they black women out, but, you know, they never do us that way. We're the exception.
Yeah, I think once we get to the interview part of it, you'll see that, you know, the daughter, the baby mama, has a bit of disappointment in the outcome that she's received from him. And he doesn't seem to give a damn. He got a baby, and the things that he's saying it is preposterous. But, you know, I don't know what she thought going into it, that maybe did she think he was going to take her seriously and marry her and create a life with her? And it doesn't seem to be what the case is. I just think a lot of women, you know, shoot themselves in the foot thinking that somehow they can make these men do something differently from what they've done in the past just because it's them. They think that they're special, or somehow they're going to make him change and do something else. And when they realize that they don't, then they're surprised and they're shocked. And this is why I say having a baby with somebody doesn't make them change if they don't want to change. If you want to change, you will. If you don't, you won't. That's all I'm saying on that. But let's continue.
Shanice with him anyway, ignoring all the red flags. I mean, glaring red flags. And he dog walked her ass and left her with a baby and bounced.
How did you make me a grandmother before 50?
You know,
How did that happen, Jay?
I knew.
It was 49.
Yeah,
It was before 50, technically.
I knew you were in the crunch. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to hit you with that so that by the time you're 60 years old, you have a whole like 5th, 6th grader. You know, I didn't want to wait, you know, any longer because, you know, who knows? You know, we're getting old.
Well, you made Welly a grandmother at like 38.
She was 38. I did make, my mom was a grandmother at 38.
Oh, well, so there it is.
Because I had Shanice so young, but all I know is that I didn't know how to process the information.
It happened very quickly.
Yeah, you know? like I didn't know how to like process it, right? Like Shaw tells me she's pregnant. Obviously, we have a great private conversation. And I had to sit with it for a little while because I'm like, I'm gonna be a grandmother. Like this is weird, you know. Like I know I'm 50.
Well, and you've never been a grandmother yet, so I know you were like, what does that look like for me?
So the most concern is on her being a grandmother as opposed to your daughter being pregnant by a dude that she's not married to and may not even have a serious relationship with. Oh my God. So the focus is, that you're a grandmother and not on the fact of, hey, why did you go and get pregnant by this guy, looking at his reputation and things of that nature. I thought that was interesting, but let's continue.
What does that look like? Like what? Well, like first of all, what is she having? What is it going to look like? What is this going to be? How is my life going to change? I thought about Leo. He's a young uncle. I thought about so many things. Then when obviously she told me that you were the dad, I was like, oh,
we in trouble now.
We in trouble now. But I will tell you, I've had people ask me this. They're like, well, how did you feel when you found out that he was the dad? Like, how, like what?
So the fact that you had to find out who the dad was is clearly, it clearly shows that this wasn't a solid relationship. She just ended up pregnant. And, you know, to each his own. Everybody have their own lives to live and they're going to choose to do what they want to do and they have that right. But you know what I'm saying? It just shows you a little, it gives you a little peek into other people's lives and how they do things and how they think. And you see how contrasting it is to maybe other people and how people live their lives. And I'm not saying, look, do your thing, whatever you want to do, but it's just interesting to watch, to say the least. Let's continue.
I found so much peace in I know how you love your kids and I know how you parent your kids. And I said to myself, you know what? He's a great dad. You know, he's a great dad. And so I found a lot of comfort in that. And now that we've been doing the family thing for some time, I'm like, I couldn't even see my life without Blaze.
Yeah.
So grateful that you're in our lives. Cause I feel like, you know, you and I like, well, you know, whenever I need advice, I'm doing something, the podcast, whatever, like, you know, it's been good. Like it flows, you know? We've had a few bumps in the road. Yeah, Shaw's looking like,
I mean, but
I'm talking about us.
Yeah, and you know, in all transparency, like that's how it should be. You know, anything that just goes through like smoothly, straight with no bumps, like you can't grow from that. I was shocked a little bit, like literally, I was shocked. And we got into this, you know, thing like I love being a dad, right? Like absolutely love being a dad, but I was shocked as shit. And I don't think it was the reaction that Sha wanted, so she cried a little bit, and it was uncomfortable for her and for me. I didn't want to make her cry. I just was like, I didn't know what to say because I hadn't had a kid in 14 years. So I was like super shocked. She had never had a kid. So of course she was super shocked. But when she found out, she kind of got to live with it a little bit, you know, like I didn't know as soon as she knew. So she lived with it a little bit, processed it. And then once it got to me, she had already like, you know, kind of lived with it a little bit. So I was super shocked. She cried a little bit. I was really thrown out to the wayside about that because I didn't want to make her feel like I wasn't excited or I wasn't going to love the situation because I absolutely love my children. But we got around that, and obviously he's here and he's beautiful and throwing across the house, and yeah, he's just a great kid. And then for her being Blaze's mom, like, oh my God, like a gift to a child. She parents with so much grace. And
Yes, she does.
I'm just like ecstatic that you're Blaze's mom, because I know that, because I'd be wild as so I know that, like, as long as he got you guys, as his little army, like, he's gonna be straight.
Sorry,
Go
but
ahead.
I feel like you manifested Blaze. On
Yeah.
our first date, you were talking about a Blaze, not him exactly.
Yeah.
But you were talking about a Blaze, so you agree with that.
I do agree with that. But just so you guys know, because you guys are, beautiful women. You guys are still like women, right? But men, right? Men see a baddie, we think like, I'm gonna get her pregnant. That's what men think when they see a baddie.
You gamed me.
You gamed me.
I'm just
Hey,
asking.
I'm just saying, when a man really sees a woman that that he likes and it's a baddie, that be our first thought. Like, we be thinking like, damn, like I would have a baby by that.
Is that what men are thinking? Let me know in the comments. So you automatically see a beautiful woman and you want to get with her. You think, oh, I want to have a baby by her. It's the first thing. The first thing to mind is not, oh, I want to meet her. Oh my gosh, she looks good. That's going to be my wife. And then we're going to have a family. Is it just, oh, you just make a baby with him, like, and that's it? Let me know. Let's continue.
The people that hate you are literally your biggest fans, because the people that love you, they don't have time to really zero in on every single thing you're doing. They're busy loving themselves. So it's literally only people who don't love themselves who are trying to get you, down there with them. And I've just like never been the guy to like dive down. I get down there and like step on you, like pull my underwear down and take a shit on you if I really feel like trolling. But for the most part, man, like thank you for following, because if you look at most of your hated comments, it's going to say follow back.
Yeah.
Which means that they follow you, they wait, they see it, and they can't wait to tell you that they're having a day again. And God bless them.
Are you surprised that they weaponized the fact that you two had a baby against me on the show? Like, I had a feeling it would happen, but like, how did you feel about that? Because
They called you a felon.
Yeah. I mean, true.
Are you a felon?
I am. So I don't feel slighted by someone trying to like throw like.
Now, this was the part that was all over social media, child. She looked shocked to shingles that the man was a felon. It's like she didn't know that. She really looked like she was shocked and she didn't know. And she looked severely disturbed. This is why I say it seems allegedly like this was just a booty call, a hookup. It wasn't, it's not a real relationship. It was just a hookup and you had a baby with somebody. And that was really it. Y'all didn't have take the time to get to know each other and know all of these things about each other. Y'all just went to screwing and had a baby. So that's what this seems like, allegedly. It doesn't seem like they have a solid relationship and they're really together. It seems like they just had a baby and that's just that. Let's continue.
My past at me. Yeah, I'm a felon. My mama know I'm a felon. My kids know I'm a felon. My fans know I'm a felon. And that's just what it is. I don't try to duck who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? Am I in jail? Absolutely not. Made some mistakes in the past. Yes, I have. I was young, a little misguided. My father died a long time ago. Even when he was alive, I didn't really lean on him for advice the way I should have, the way my children can to me. So yeah, I made some mistakes. I'm not like one of those who's gonna hide or, mask my face because I have a fear of somebody being judgmental about who I was at one point in time in my life.
How many felonies do you have?
Oh,
Blaze is gonna ask one day.
Yeah,
so.
I think like on the record, 2 on record.
That's not bad.
Okay, y'all. So that was it. What's your thoughts on this interview? Listen, a lot of people are speculating and then giving their thoughts and their opinions on it, but I just think that we see this a lot. We see this type of single motherhood glamorized and complained about all at the same time. And I just think, I don't know, the young lady in this, the baby mama, she doesn't seem too content and happy with where she's at and as far as what she's displaying here. Maybe we could be wrong. Maybe it's something else, but I don't know. It seems like Evelyn, the mother, is more excited about it than she is. And then almost when he said, what changed, it's almost as if she kind of was shocked by his response then, as if she almost wanted him to say, oh, that our baby made me change. And he said his other daughter, who's older, you know, made him change his perspective and start to look at walking her down the aisle one day. The question I didn't hear, and then maybe that's in the entire, because there's more to this interview. I'll put the link so you guys can go check out the whole thing if you want to, is if they've ever thought about getting married. If he thought about getting married, I don't think that he was married before. I'm not sure. But is this a woman that you want to marry? Did you see her as your wife? She's a good mother, but do you see her as a wife? Is that something that you want to do? Or you're not really into that? Is she just your baby mother? That's the question I would have loved to hear. So, you know, I don't know. She just, in this interview, she looks a little disturbed to me. Like she's not getting what she thought she would out of this situation. And now she's looking at it differently. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Chime in. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this whole topic. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Share the video. All this good stuff, y'all. Let me know what you think. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend.